The first thing that I would like to say is that I think the market at the moment is very vibrant for investors. There are a number of opportunities in various subsectors of the PPP arena, in the transport space, in the social sectors. And I think at this point, it's ripe for investors to come and invest. What's important, however, for any investor is to get an understanding of the environment within which the projects are operating. Is a need to understand the regulatory environment, the issues around enabling environment in terms of the people, the personalities behind the projects, and how exactly things work out within a particular environment. Because each and every country within the SADC region is different. So it's important to pinpoint the country and understand exactly what the environment within that particular country is like. In order to do that, DBSA is willing to assist the investor. We look to partner with the investors, both in terms of funding of projects and implementation, but also in terms of getting an understanding of the enabling environment within which the project is operating. So we're open to have dialogue with investors as per se. One of the key challenges that has been widely discussed and debated is really about the access to finance. Obviously, the capital markets within Africa are not as deep as in some other areas in the developing world. So sometimes it's a challenge of access to finance. Having said that, however, we know that in certain instances, the governments have actually stood behind the various projects in order to make them bankable. That's the first point. So getting government buy-in in order to make the project bankable is an important point. Secondly, in terms of assisting local participation, there's also an issue in terms of getting access to finance. You find that it's important for local investors to also be involved in the projects in order to create a sustainable project. Because to the extent that you don't have local opportunities, then it's unlikely that the project will be sustainable because there's a need to engage the local people within where the project is operating. The DBSA has developed a number of support instruments to assist local investors. So you'll find when there's a project in a particular country, we're keen to assist and facilitate in terms of assisting those investors to, one, source the finance that is required, and basically to understand the environment within which the project is operating. Those are key challenges. Over and above that, within the regulatory environment, it's important to remember that the countries are different, and therefore there is no real harmonization across the region. Each country has its own way. So it's important to find a partner that can assist in terms of understanding the regulatory environment. And once again, we're willing to work with investors towards addressing that particular challenge. This particular event is a premier event that has been held consistently for a number of years. So we find that in terms of engagement, it's very good. The level of delegates, once again, is very good. So there's a very good platform for sharing of ideas, promotion of dialogue, and also interacting with various stakeholders from various countries, because it's difficult to get that promotion of dialogue and proper exchange without getting people across the room who are from various countries with various perspectives. Then we can all learn from each other. So in that perspective, we find it to be a very good event for knowledge sharing.